Uh-oh. Yes, yes. I can't do nothing to get my show started until you hear a little bit from us, the Jammin' J. Lamont. Blowing my mind, y'all. It's Wednesday night, y'all. Normally it would be on Tuesday, but yesterday was a very special day for folks. Valentine's Day. All right, y'all, let's get it started tonight. I want to welcome you to TAN TV, the African American Network, where we have a local feel with the global reach, y'all. It's sports talk. I'm gonna bring my fellas in real quick and get this bad fella started. Representing the Two Dog Sports Talk out of Tulsa, Oklahoma. Show him some love, y'all, Mr. Jeremiah.
What's up, baby?
What's up, Jeremiah?
Going on? What's going on, man? What's going on?
Oh, man, appreciate you jetting from one studio to the next studio and join us, man. Appreciate you doing that, brother.
Yeah, you know, it's all good.
All right. Let's bring in that other half of the Midwest. He's the co-host of In the Room. Which I said, and we're getting ready to have another show involving the cops. Law enforcement. But I think we have a little technical difficulty right now, Jeremiah. So it don't look like. Is he back? Bring him in. If he's in, bring him in. Show him some love, Mr. Philip Townsend, my co-host. Go get you in here, Phil. What's up, baby?
What's up, baby? Look, I was like, hold it, I can't come on like Jeremiah. You know, I got to wait until I get the standing ovation. I had to walk out until I heard the crowd cheering.
Whoa, wait a minute, Phil. I think Jeremiah is well deserving of a standing ovation. He picked the winning Super Bowl team and the points. Man, I had to show him some love with that.
Hey, man, excellence. Yeah, that's what it is. You know, Phil tried to knock me because he in the presence of excellence.
Well,
okay.
You know, the thing is though, Vance is
go ahead and say it, Phil. Broke clock is right every.
I'm all for giving credit where credit is due, but I believe you need to get it on the first go round. I happen to have some tapes showing that he kept guessing and guessing wrong, and some people would call in and say, Jeremiah, no, it needs to be 3 points. And he's saying 2 and 1 and everything, picking the wrong team. And finally, I believe his wife said, stop being stupid and listen to what the people are telling you. And then finally, I hate to say this, Vance, because I'm a big fan of Andy Reid, and I picked the Eagles to win, but I had to anonymously call in and tell Jeremiah to pick the Chiefs by 3.
Oh, okay.
I'm not going to take credit though.
and you know what? And somehow I imagine Mark probably got a similar story of how he picked the Chiefs by 3 too.
Jeremiah listens to me. I mean, what can I say?
Okay, but anyway, Phil, I want to. So it was a great game over the weekend, man. I hope everybody enjoyed it. Had your snacks in front of the set, chilling and watching. Also, before we continue, the show, y'all, I just want to say, like I said, yesterday was Valentine's Day for all those who celebrated, and our main man, Mr. Jeremiah Watson, always show love on display.
Hey, man, while you doing that, Vance, I wanna say happy side chick day to all the side chicks. Everything is half off, so that's when they get their gifts. So all the wives, if you get your gift today, that means you the side chick. Your husband got somebody
Jeremiah, that's hard. But see, Jeremiah, you could. There's two ways to look at that too. Because if you're a smooth negotiator, you would just be saying, "Hey, boo, hey, it's half price," and she knows she's the one. You say it's half price. Let's go get it on the field. Go
You
get
know,
it.
that tells me Jeremiah is either going to law school as a divorce lawyer or he's trying to help a friend out.
Okay, well. Anyway, for those who celebrated and got married, they got someone that went down to the courthouse and got married at midnight, and then they did it at noon. So congratulations to all those. So anyway, fellas, let's talk about that Super Bowl, man. Man, it was a great game. Matter of fact, I'm gonna turn it over to you, Phil, and let you start. I said I'm gonna sit back and be. I'll take Mark's spot for a minute. I tried to get my dome, show my dome and everything. So
Well, I'm going to see, since Vance likes to talk about his acumen, I'm going to see if he can tell me the number one, probably dominant reason that the Kansas City Chiefs won the game this past weekend.
one dominant reason?
Yes. See, and I already know what you're going to say because of the simplicity. But yeah.
No. I'm gonna say, man. I mean, one dominant. It's hard to say that one dominant reason, but I know a dominant reason is that what happened to the pressure?
Dominant.
What happened to the pressure from that front and blitzing on Mahomes? I mean, what happened to all that the whole year, and now you get to the Super Bowl and I don't know, man. He was sitting back there, looking like Mahomes. So I guess if that's my one dominant, I would say. Of course, I don't know nothing about football, so I don't even know if that qualified there, Phil.
Now I have a rebuttal to that, but Jeremiah, I'm going to go to you. What's the dominant reason you believe?
How you gonna ask a question with a question? What? How you gonna answer a question with a question?
No, I asked you the question.
I think one of the main dominant reasons is I think it's more than one. I think
prominent dominant.
I say line play. I'm like Vance. It was a line play. That offensive line of the Kansas City Chiefs, they opened the holes from the running backs, and they kept for the most part, they kept Mahomes upright. I'm not saying that Philadelphia didn't get there because they did, but Mahomes was able to get rid of the ball or get away. But that line play that they were saying that was going to get dominated by the Philadelphia Eagles, they did their job.
Well, I don't know where anyone, I mean, of course, you watch.
You probably say knowing you probably say the refs. Knowing
I don't know.
One more, Phil. I mean, because dominant, but I know a big major play. This is a big dominant. That fumble, man. That fumble by Jalen hurt him. It hurt him. Go ahead.
Well,
now it's on you.
Hey, what? I'm going to address a couple of things you said, Vance. Okay. Is that there are the people that say, and I'll start with the fumble. The fumble and it hurt. The score was 14-7. Okay. It tied it up. Okay. They still ended up scoring 10 more points.
Okay, I got that.
So, so I'm going to nix that part.
That's saying that took a score away that Mahomes had to do.
Doesn't mean that they would have scored. It does not mean that you're on ifs and
doesn't mean that Philly could have scored.
It doesn't mean that Philly was going to A, score on that play. B, right. It doesn't mean that Philly would have to score again. So now,
but all I'm saying is, Phil, you just said
again.
but
Huh?
but Vance, I understand what Phil's saying because you got to look at it. One thing that
That's what
Philly
Phil's
did,
saying.
one thing that Philly did first half, they kept Mahomes off the field.
Thank you.
Second half, Mahomes was on the field. They ended up with 10. They ended up 24-14 because they kept Mahomes off the field. Mahomes second quarter didn't get on the field till like 2 minutes and 30 seconds
They
left in the
kept
second quarter.
Mahomes off the field, but they still scored.
But no,
No.
hold on,
Yes,
no,
they did.
hold on. Listen to what we're saying. Listen to what we're saying.
Mahomes didn't have to score.
Hold on, listen to what we're saying. First half, the reason why Philly had that 24-14 lead is because they kept Mahomes off the field. Yeah, did they score 14 points? Yeah, because of a fumble by Jalen, and then they scored a touchdown. But for the most part, Mahomes didn't see the field until 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in the second quarter. Second half, he was on the field. They could not keep Mahomes off the field. That was the difference in the game, is because first half, Mahomes was on the bench the whole time because the offense kept him off the field. Second half, he was on the field. They couldn't keep him off.
This was a game. This was a game that was decided by the coaching. Andy Reid's dominance in coaching is really what decided this game.
Yeah.
You had Nick Sirianni that second half literally abandoned the run, and I understand not getting. Vance, let me help you. I can understand not getting a lot of yards, but by not doing that, you allowed Kansas City to lock up those receivers. So what if you were just getting a few yards on your on your runs? Then
that's that fact checker, right?
Then I guarantee you, fact check it, it'll be correct. And on top of this, man, since you want to fact check, understand Philly doesn't blitz a lot because their front four and their linebacking core to make it that front seven, but the front four got to the quarterback because that's what allowed them not to blitz the quarterback all the time. So where you got Philly been blitzing all year long, I don't know what you were watching. You weren't watching the Philadelphia Eagles.
No, I didn't watch him play against San Francisco.
But it was clearly a case of Andy Reid's brilliance as a head coach. Okay. But Eric, the enemy's brilliance in calling plays for Patrick Mahomes and that offense. It was just great. But anyway, enough of that on the Super Bowl, because Vance has demonstrably proven he doesn't know anything about football. Thank you, Jeremiah, for helping correct Vance. Appreciate it. Let me
hold that thought, man, because we have to go to a station break. Let me take a station break, and we're gonna bring it right back to you when we come back. All right,
bring it on.
And then no, what we do? We're gonna take a station break, and I'm gonna come back and let Jeremiah jump in and do just a doggone minute. Jeremiah, you do know your segment is just a doggone minute, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, but just throw that in there. Just a doggone minute. Ladies and gentlemen, this is TAN TV, the African American Network, where you have a local feel and a global reach. You just tune in, y'all. Hey, we doing it. We got Phil, we got Jeremiah, and my main man, Mark. Hope everything's all good. So we're getting ready to run into a station break.
Okay.
Look,
Kareem, what are you talking about?
Kareem,
representing the West Coast, Mr. Mark Howard's in the house, y'all.
Even Jeremiah kind of said it in a funny way that he ain't no score, but he about to break the scoring record.
If you bark at him, he'll bark back. Aroof! Bring him on in, Mr. Jeremiah Watts.
And as a basketball player, He has done it for 20 years consistently.
Thing. Show him some love. Mr. Philip Townsend.
Yeah, he doesn't have that because you're used to seeing normalcy.
TAN TV, the African American Network, where we have a local feel with the global reach, y'all. All right, y'all. We're going to our first favorite segment of the night, and it's a segment we call Just a Doggone Minute, and it's hosted by no other than Mr. Jeremiah Watts, the two dog.
All right. Just a doggone minute. It's Black History Month, and I'm supposed to switch it up. I'm supposed to give some little known Black history facts. And I know y'all gonna say, well, you doing it on your family. Yeah, I'm doing it on my family. Because my family has some Black history. So the first one, it's my great uncle, Wade Alexander Watts. He was born September 23rd, 1919 in Kiamichi, Oklahoma, to Charlie Alexander Watts and Mittie Harris on the hillside of Calamenchi Mountains. The family moved to Canada, lived there for 5 years, and then moved back to Oklahoma, and where they settled in Eufaula, Oklahoma. When Wade Watts was a young boy, reportedly he made friends with a white boy and was invited to his home to play. The young boy's mother came to the door and told the boys that lunch was ready. Wade Watts thought he was going to eat lunch with the Caucasian people, but they told him, no, you got to eat out. Your plate is outside, and it was out there with the dog. But Wade Watts, he grew up, and he became he joined the church, or his strong drive for equality led him to join the NAACP when he was 17 years old. He received his calling to ministry in his early 30s. But also Watts worked to desegregate public facilities and institutions during the 1940s and 50s. He worked with Thurgood Marshall on the Ada Lewis Scipio Challenge to desegregate the Oklahoma Law building. So they desegregated. He worked passionately to help provide where Black folks can be in law school at Oklahoma, at the University of Oklahoma. So Supreme Court ruled in 1948 that Sipple versus Board of Regional University of Oklahoma that barring Sipple from the school was unconstitutional. In the late 1950s, Watts and Oklahoma State Senator Gene Stipe entered a restaurant when waitress stopped them at the door and told them that the restaurant did not serve Negroes, but they probably said something else. But where Watts, he always challenged everything with a joke. And so he combated that by telling them, well, I don't eat Negroes, so, oh, well, basically, oh, well, I came to eat some eggs. I don't eat Black people. He also worked to desegregate local institutions, and together with his brother Buddy, ensured that his nephew J.C. Watts was one of the first Black children to attend the newly integrated elementary school in their community. He rose to become the head of the NAACP in Oklahoma and became friends with national civil rights leader Martin Luther King Jr. He also worked with President Carter. He was an ambassador, which led to his nephew J.C. Watts, which was the first Black congressman of Oklahoma for the federal government. He was also elected to be first Black person to be elected corporation commissioner in Oklahoma. Wade Watts, he did many things. His work with the NAACP was a target of the Ku Klux Klan in 1979. Had the opportunity to debate the Grand Dragon of the Oklahoma KKK. Then he ended up converting the Grand Dragon over to his side, where he renounced Ku Klux Klan and racism and segregation. And so Wade Watts was a powerful man here in Oklahoma and he does not get enough credit for what he's done for Black people, what he's done with the NAACP, what he done for America. And I just want to say, just a doggone minute, let's wait. And I just want to give homage to my great uncle, Wade Watts. I'm out.
They're good. I'm glad we consider alternatives on the menu.
And I like the dark flavor. Like I taste like smoky accents. And in the ranch, when you dip it in, it doesn't overpower the wing. You know what I mean?
As a general rule, I prefer a dry wing over a wet sauce. But this is not too wet, so.
It's not super wet. It's kind of like attacking consistency.
But it's not hot for no reason. It's flavored.
Yeah.
So I'll give you that.
And then the heat kind of like, it's in the back of your palate. You know, it's not like a forward-facing, aggressive spice.
Yeah.
It's not going to make your eyes water.
Wow.
Well, Jeremiah, that was outstanding. But I have to tell you, you did throw in there a little bit about J.C. Watts.
Yeah, I did.
Look, I'll tell you the best thing J.C. Watts did ever
Wear white shoes.
was play football for OU.
Wear white
J.C.
shoes.
Watts. Yeah, play football. Look.
You got something on your chin, Vance. There you go.
See, well, that's why Vance extended the break so he could eat.
Man, I was staring down on this chicken.
But that's a good story, Jeremiah. And you should keep telling that story every year because I listened to it when you told it on the $2 Sports Show last year. And it's really a good story because it shows the involvement with it. When he talks about Dr. Ada Lois Scipia, who happened to be Dr. Fisher, Ada Lois Scipia Fisher, and she was a professor at Langston University also. But for what she had to go through to get into OU's law school and break that barrier was tremendous. So again, L's up, baby. You know the involvement.
Well, Phil, keep us educated on Langston, the basketball team this year. Did they make history or something?
You mean going from worst to first?
Oh, that what it was?
Because they made history a long time ago. At one point, Langston had the longest record for Division II consecutive win streaks, only behind UCLA, but they were Division I, UCLA. So
what's going on, Mark?
Langston has that history. Yes, Vance.
That how far back now?
Doesn't matter how far back. The fact is that anything is in the past. The point is they had it. What we just said from worst to first, it's in the past.
That'll work. Okay.
That's why they call it history, man.
Ooh, wee.
I'm just saying.
Okay. Well, y'all, one thing before we go real quick, man, is something that was on my mind is these coaching carousel again. So am I right? Was that one of yours, Phil?
No.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna hurry up and pass it on to you. But one thing though, I'm kind of a little puzzled. Okay. We didn't get him. The close up. So and the first name that comes up is Eric Bieniemy. And I'm just wondering, man, just what is it, man? And what is it why this brother can't get a job? So is it, like I said, man, I listened to him this morning, and Herm was saying he had, so many interviews, almost 10 interviews, man. And I'm saying to myself, well, can there's been some blacks hired. Can another brother help him, or I don't know. I'm just asking, man. So Phil, I'm passing it on to you, co-host. Help me out, man.
This only shows racism in play at its best. That is totally what this is. This is nothing more than a racist move. So what do? They say, well, you're not really calling the plays because Andy Reid's calling the plays. Andy Reid said 3 years ago, okay, you want to say that because he's setting up everything through the week for our game plan and everything, and we're sharing, but you want to say he's not calling the plays. Okay, I'm going to make it and I'm going to let you know Eric Bieniemy is calling the plays. And Andy Reid goes out of his way every year to tell the owners, you are making a big mistake. You need to hire this guy. Well, the word is he doesn't interview well. James Trotter asked someone, well, just what do you mean when you say he doesn't interview well? Well, we asked him a play that might have happened like 5 years ago and he couldn't recall the play. And it should have been a significant play for him to recall. What does that have to do with his coaching ability? You see what I'm saying? That's a thing. Now they set up, and now the thing is, well, how can we give him the credit when he's coaching under Andy Reid? Well, you can, because every single other person that's been under Andy Reid has gotten a head coaching job. But Eric Bieniemy can't. And there's only one thing. It's the dilation of pigmentation. He just cannot get it because of racism. So this guy is going to be in perpetual. And see, and here's what I'm going to give you the real tragedy behind all of this. He will leave, go somewhere else, and unless he goes to a pitiful team that they don't think has a good coach, and he does something really well, right? He's still not going to get all the credit that he deserves to get him a head coaching job. All he'll do is prove to them, I was really doing what I said I was doing and what Andy said I was doing. And then, but the real tragedy in this is if he leaves them or if he stays there, how will the Hunt family justify not putting him in as head coach when Andy Reid leaves?
Well, we're going to see on that. I mean, they can do it. So what do you say, Jeremiah?
I think it's all of it together. But I think they also, like Phil said, are moving the goalposts when it comes to him. Why they're moving the goalposts, I never know. You got certain teams that have, Houston. I think I like the DeMeco Ryans hire, but also Houston trying to fight against a stereotype and its PR move. But I think DeMeco Ryans was a good move. You got Byron Leftwich out there. This man just won the Super Bowl, being an offensive coordinator, 3 years ago? And he hasn't got a sniff at an offensive coordinator job. And you have Cliff Kingsbury that goes off to Taiwan and say he don't mess with him. But he's up interviewing for OC position. You have the coach from Philadelphia. He only been OC for 2 years, 3 years, and here it is. He gets a head coaching job with the Arizona Cardinals, and then the defensive coordinator for the Philadelphia Eagles, he gets a head coaching job with the Indianapolis Colts. So you wonder what's really going on with the situation, and it's like you sprinkle in one black coach and you say, well, see, they hiring black folks. No, I beg to differ. The coach in Miami, he don't even want to claim that he is black. So that's defeat the purpose. Mike Tomlin, the Roonies, they not fit to get rid of Mike Tomlin. So it's like, okay, what's really going on? So there is more to it than what people are saying and what's happening. And until the players make a stink and stand up, they're going to keep doing it. Because without the players, There is no coaching positions. And here it is. You have the head coach from Miami. He had to go get a defensive coordinator position just so they can maybe think about hiring him as the head coach. Because what Kyler Murray needed was someone that's going to put a foot in this behind down there in Arizona. But this is where we at.
Yeah, I was just, man, I just was just so frustrated with that, man. But not, not to have the enemy as many times as he went. Go ahead, Phil.
But
Go ahead.
but therein lies a big part of the problem is
Mm.
how many times he's been there and what ownerships do and be able to, it gets them to use it as their excuse. And this was one of the problems with the Rooney Rule, is where they were doing it by phone call, talking to blacks. You know what I'm saying? Or having them come in, and it's really just for cover. And they were doing that, but it goes down, and people say, "Well, hold it. If they didn't hire him, he's been interviewed 10, 15 times. If they didn't hire him, why should we consider him? Or why should we hire him?" You see what I'm saying? Things that would not be done under normal circumstances when you're coming from getting coached by a guy like Andy Reid. It just makes zero sense. But that's one of the big things, and one of the fallacies and the troubled issues, the landmark issues with the Rooney Rule, is that they use the number of times you've been passed over against you.
Hey, Mark, Mark made the statement saying until there are real black owners, this will continue to be like that. I don't know if that would even solve it. I don't know if you get black owners, if that would even solve the issue of hiring black quarterbacks, black head coaches. I think what's going to stop the issue is to do what Tampa Bay's coach did, where he hired basically a whole staff of nothing but blacks, and then when he moved up, told them, "Hey, this is the black coach I want y'all to put in place." Until that happens, the black coaches that we do have are going to have to hire a staff of nothing but blacks or minorities. Then who are you going to choose from? Because think about this. Here it is. Baltimore Ravens, instead of moving Bieniemy over to be the offensive coordinator, they went and got the offensive coordinator from Georgia. He can't even move from side to side.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
Well, look, I see Saniki is bragging about his Chiefs, Chief Kingdom. You get this time to do it.
Okay. Well, let me take a quick station break, man. Then we can come back. When we come back, we're going to our second favorite segment of the night. And it's simply called Phil Knows It All. And we want to hear what he knows about tonight. But right now, we're going to check out the Tan TV shop on Tan TV. Yes, sir. So make sure y'all check out the Tan TV shop, and we're also looking for vendors to come in on our Tan TV shop, y'all. All right, y'all. Well, one last thing, one good thing about the Tan TV shop, you don't have to dress up. You don't even have to put on any clothes to get your merchandise, y'all. So come on over, check us out. But anyway, now let's go to our second favorite segment of the night, and a segment that we call Phil Knows It All. And Phil, talk to us about what you know, baby.
Well, this is something that not even I myself thought that I would be talking about. And believe it or not, it happens to be the N word. Um, I'm not one of these guys that's going to stand up here and say, oh, you shouldn't use that or whatever. I've used it, but primarily in a descriptive sense when someone else has mentioned it. I don't just go out of my way to call somebody that or to say the word. It's usually if someone is having a direct conversation and mentions it about something, and so it's generally descriptive. Now, but what I want to talk about is this. And my goodness gracious, who would think that I would be championing a white cause in this sense? There's a young man named Marcus Stokes. Marcus Stokes is an elite quarterback, 4-star quarterback, who got a scholarship. And by the way, he's white. Got a scholarship to the University of Florida. Penn State was who he had initially wanted to go to. Had wanted him, I should say. There was a video that he posted online of him singing a rap song, saying and using the N-word. And people got in an uproar about it. So consequently, Florida, the University of Florida, pulled his scholarship. But then came Albany University, a historically black college or university that extended a scholarship offer to him. Well, once it was found out that he had said the N-word while rapping a song, that scholarship was pulled from him. And I'm going to say that, fortunately, someone stood up, talked with the young man, got a sense of what he was about, and offered him a scholarship, and he's now attending West Florida University. Now, the reason I say this is because we want to talk about people using the N-word. It's not as if he walked up and called somebody the N-word, stepped into a group, or did a racist rant. He said something that black people put out. The same black people that are wanting to be respected because of someone using that word, but yet he is only repeating what you put out in the ether through a song. If it's a problem, don't put the word out in a song. If you don't want someone that's not black to say it, he should have every right available to him to say it if he's singing a song that you as a black person put out. Now I know what you're saying. Yeah, but he's not black. Well, you know what? If it's a bothersome thing to you, you shouldn't have ever put it out there. Two, for those of you that say, oh no, we took away the ER and we put an A on it, so it's cool. It's not that bad word that it used to be. Well, then what you complaining about? If you made it hip, if you made it cool, if you took the stigma off of that word, then what's the problem? The problem is that no matter how you try to sweeten it up, put perfume on it, do what you do to that word is always going to be the most vile and disdainful word in the English or whatever there is vocabulary out there, bar none. So all I'm saying is that at some point, if you want to be respected and not have someone feel that they have a right to say the word, then stop putting the word out there for them to say it as a black people. That's all I'm saying. I'm out.
Wow. It's crazy, man. Uh,
Go ahead, Jeremiah.
I like that. I like that, Phil. That's one of your best feels. Always right. I like that. I
Well,
like
thank
that.
you, sir.
But also, I think you need to say something about these role models, these athletes, like next week. Now, I'm gonna let you do it. You can do a better job than I can about these athletes that's supposed to be role models. Whew. It's just the Kansas City Chiefs. They parade, and you get to these parades, and I know they celebrating, and we all say children are supposed to be role models, but you can't pick and choose when you're going to be a role model. You can't sit here and curse left and right, and then you also drunk at the parade, and you got all these children looking at you, and they see you doing this, and then you want to come back in to apologize. We got to do a better job.
Well, you know, it's an interesting thing when you look at the contrast between what you saw, and I know you're talking about the 0 sacks things, right? And the no effing
Yeah,
thing.
that cursing on the
And
PA
well,
and
yeah,
turning
well,
up birds drunk on the
well, yeah, but
bus and
again, you know, you got Tom Brady drunk and tossing the trophy that
I think
almost didn't leave. But anyway,
please.
but you contrast that. That was a time of leisure and thought, right? But you contrast something that's in the moment, and you look at the class that the Eagles players and organization showed in that loss. The coach saying, hey, there's other things that happened. That game wasn't decided on a play. You had Bradbury say, well, yeah, I tugged this jersey. People stepping up. You heard Jalen Hurts say, look, we lost, and nobody's nobody's going to like do anything like blame the refs or do this or that or anything. They showed just the ultimate class as an organization and players in losing that, because they could have easily said, hold it, like Tom Brady said, that stuff was going on all game. That's just the time they chose to do it.
I'm not a Beagle fan, but I do applaud the Beagles for being a class act.
So yeah, but
they lost.
But
you really gotta be like that, Vance, man. that was a bit cruel, Vance.
No. I mean, hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. They lost. Y'all guys, timing and this crept up on us, man. And but before we go though, I do want to give Phil that opportunity to bring up his guys, him and Mark's guy. Talk to us about LeBron, who broke the Wilt Chamberlain, not Wilt, I mean Kareem's scoring title.
Oh, you mean Kareem's over 38-year-old record?
Yeah.
The guy that people never want to call a scorer, only to be the number one scorer in the NBA history. That guy who's going to be in the top 3 by the time it's all said and done, possibly in assists, which he wants to be known for as a facilitator. That guy who owns so many number 1 first. That guy who, they talk about the regular season. Hey, Vance, don't be fingering me out. Hey, they talk about, the playoffs is when you got to bring your game. Regular season, they get this and that. So are you talking about the guy that's like first in points, second in rebounds, first in assists, and all other kind of stuff, and who in the last 5 minutes of a game, in a playoff game, is the most clutch players ever since the stats started being taken in the 96-97 season. That guy, I'm just wondering if that's the guy that you're talking about. That guy, again, not only the most clutch, but also has the most buzzer beaters at 5 in the playoffs. That guy that we could talk about forever, but I'm going to stop because there's a whole litany of stuff I can say about that guy.
Hey, Sedaria, how you doing?
Hey, Sedaria.
But Phil, okay, all that. But when it comes down to it,
when it comes down to what?
When it comes down to pick, I still pick Jordan over LeBron.
You know,
game.
Vance, you should.
And I bet 99% of the other people gonna pick Jordan.
You're wrong there, Vance. Matter of fact, it's so funny. All of the elite stars, past and present, now who are saying that LeBron James is the GOAT, the greatest. But that's okay. I'm not here to talk about that.
They wouldn't pick him over Jordan
because they're looking at this, Vance. They're looking at uniqueness.
In the game,
they're looking at uniqueness. See, this is what I learned a long time ago, Vance.
In the game,
people that don't have the ammo to back up what they say, I don't care what you say. You can't change my mind. No. I don't hear you. You can't change my mind. But notice.
That's like talking to you because I gave you ammo.
I can name you. You can go down the litany of first and only that LeBron James has. But you can get Jordan the number. I'm not talking about where he's number one at. You can get Jordan number one.
He got some 3-point shooters.
The one to claim that you all love to say with Jordan is he went to 6 straight finals and won them. 6. He played 15 years. He went to 6 in 15 years. LeBron in 20 years went to 10. He lost 4 of those 10. He went in half of his time. Okay, Jordan just went in a little over third of his time. LeBron's at half of his time. Did you know, Vance? Did you know that LeBron has only been favored in 2 of those games that he won? Okay. Did you know that? See, so Jordan was favored in all of his. But Vance, I don't need, but this is what I'm saying. When you talk about Jordan in his 6 feet,
this league is power.
But I'm saying when you talk about Jordan in his 3 feet as the number one thing that you love to say,
let me challenge you real quick.
It ain't even unique because his own teammate can say the same thing.
That's why you won't let me get it in.
I am, Vance, but I am
going to say one thing. You done said a whole list of stuff and ain't stopped.
But let me just say one other thing. Okay. One other thing. Not only can Jordan say nothing unique about the 3-peat because Scotty says, I have one too on his team. He can't even look across the ether for something. It's right there in his own teammate. And you know what his own teammate says? Ooh. He couldn't win it without me. Ooh. What did Jordan win before Pippen got there? Scoring titles, gunning, scoring titles. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Because I don't want to score.
You got to use that 3-peat. He tried to confuse it, but he did it twice.
I'm just saying that argument don't work in there because can't none of these stars win it without another star. No, none of them have.
Who has?
Hold it. You didn't hear me say they couldn't. All I did was comment on what he couldn't go unique about it.
I'm saying no. But what I'm saying is, I'm saying that people use that argument against Jordan, but that argument don't fly.
I'm not using it as an argument against him.
I'm just saying, but people bring that up. But none of these stars can win without another person. All of them needed another one. So, hey, Bo, ask Andy like this. They both good. They both are all-time players. They both are players that you're not gonna see very often. They both are one of the best to ever play the
Okay.
game
Okay.
of
Jeremiah,
basketball
let's
in
stop
the
all that.
NBA.
Jeremiah, just stop all that. All right, you got the first pick for your basketball team, Jordan or LeBron.
I always said if I had the first pick, I'm picking Jordan. But
Go.
that's just my
Go.
preference. That's my
We'll find
preference.
some more people too. We'll find some
But
Marcus.
it don't knock what
I
LeBron has done.
Jeremiah said that on the show already. Now you conveniently waited until Mark wasn't on the show so you could have 2-1. Because you know if Mark was on the show, it was 2-2.
Well, we'll take a poll, a 10 TV poll. Jordan or LeBron. Let's chime in. Put it in
Sedaria, I picked Kansas City. They won. Okay.
Now that's about as stupid as you could get. Taking a 10 TV poll.
Yeah.
Why don't we take a statistical poll? Yeah, I notice you don't want that.
What's that? You're gonna go get the stats from this
No,
era?
No, we will list their stats and accomplishments.
Okay, we just want to see people that.
Why don't we do that? Why don't we do that? That's the truth teller. No. Yeah, you don't want the truth teller.
Okay.
See, you don't want something that's concrete. You want something that's going to be just an objective thing.
So see, I have a quick.
When you want the truth,
I have a question.
Come see me.
And I know we got to get off here. But quick question.
Yeah, we got to run. Go ahead.
And I want a real answer, Phil. Not no.
And I don't even say LeBron's the best.
Hey, Phil, I want a real answer with this. Not a homer answer. I want a real answer. With the addition that the Lakers made, the additions that the Suns made, and the additions that these teams have made, where do you think these teams will fall? I think the Lakers, with the additions that they made, if AD can play like AD's supposed to play, I believe they will be a force to be reckoned with. Me personally, I like what the Suns have done. They picking up some extra players for the bench. That group right there, when KD come back and healthy, that group is gonna be lights out. That group gonna be lights out. What do y'all say?
Vance, did you want to go? Since that way, give me a chance to catch my breath. You know,
all that hot air, you just. But once again, man, I think Phoenix did themselves justice with KD. But well, let me take it back. If KD even played the way he played last year in the playoffs, then Phoenix can do something. The Lakers, I still. You keep saying if AD does that, if he's not done it lately. So
that's why we're saying if, because we don't know.
Yeah, but
with the additions that they had,
you and the
Cowboys.
Added. We keep saying if about you and the Cowboys, and y'all ain't never done nothing. So that's just what I'm saying.
Jeremiah, let me know when you want some sensible
put your
stuff.
Faith in. And LeBron can't carry him. Not. He got a bunch of youngsters around him now.
Let me know when you want something sensible. Say.
I didn't say nothing about LeBron carrying him. I said with the weapons that they added.
I don't see no experience out there, but LeBron and AD. Who else?
They got Schroeder. They got D'Angelo Russell. What more?
Schroeder.
They needed athletes and players. Yes, they needed athletes and players.
They just pass him around. Come on, man.
Do you understand, Vance? Most teams, the journeymans are the ones that gets them over the hump.
Okay, well, you rely on Schroeder then.
I'm talking about a collective, not one player. A collective.
Jeremiah,
Jeremiah,
I don't even know why you included Vance in the conversation.
All right, name the guys on the squad. They got some serious experience right now that can go in the war in the playoffs. Name them.
What
on the Lakers?
Vance.
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 I hear my name. You keep saying it. That's all you got.
See, this is where you don't understand Jeremiah's question. Number one, because you must be thinking about winning the championship. Jeremiah said about their play and what they'll be able to do, and he thinks that they'll be able to go do really well. Jeremiah, I agree with you because the blend of veteranship and the blend of the
So
youth
you
that
think
they have.
LeBron James wants to do
The
very
Lakers only have
well?
LeBron James that's over
You
30
think
years
LeBron
old.
James is there to do very well?
You
That
got
is?
you got D'Angelo Russell, which is
Fans doesn't understand that.
and D'Angelo Russell is not
What?
the one that they drafted.
Vance doesn't understand that.
He's the
Understand what?
mature.
Van, that you don't understand D'Angelo Russell's ability to do something.
Has he
See,
done it?
you don't
Has he
understand.
done it, Phil?
You don't understand
Has he
Schroeder's
done it?
ability to do
Ability
something.
don't mean nothing. Has he done it though?
Yes, that's what
Where?
we're trying to tell you. If
When?
you watch a game instead of
With
just
who?
watching the hate on the Lakers.
With who? Help me.
Okay, but Vance, what
Are you
has Vance? What
Man,
has shifted?
you
What
have
has
not
shifted?
seen Schroeder in his game, in his guard play.
Please
Oh,
don't try to
But
buff up Schroeder.
Vance don't know nothing about
hold on,
basketball.
Hold on, Vance. What has
I'm
shifted?
talking about when it's
But-
time to
hold-
squat,
hold-
man.
hold
Schroeder
on,
is not the
Vance.
one going to win for you.
Vance,
He like Beverly.
Vance, you know nothing about basketball if you cannot
I
see
know
the
more of
collective picture that Jeremiah is talking about.
Vance, Vance, hold on, Vance.
As my eye talent.
Hold on, Vance. This is what I thought Westbrook was a heck of a six man. But with the subtraction of Westbrook and with the players they've added players that can play on the floor at any time, and they ain't got to worry about them being fouled and can't make free throws. They got players now that can shoot the three, and they can make the three. They got players like that right now.
Okay, then what? To finish the regular season?
Jeremiah,
Finish the regular season, Jeremiah?
would you write it in crayons in a book?
That's what y'all are. Jeremiah, you and Phil.
But they're not asking Schroeder. They're not asking
Jeremiah.
Vance. They're not asking Schroeder.
Jeremiah, Vance only understands star play. If you aren't a star, Vance doesn't think you can play. He doesn't think you have a role that you can be successful in if you aren't a star player. This is why I am saying, please write it in crayons on a book with some illustrations and give it to Vance.
Hey, look at Vance. Schroeder's averaging 12 points a game.
You play with your stars.
We're not asking Schroeder to be an All-American. Schroeder's averaging 12 points a game. Schroeder is a role player. We understand what he is. He's a role player.
Look,
Schroeder comes off the bench.
Look, we got to wrap this up for the producer. Vance,
help me, man, real quick. Help me read what who was that? Sink Thomas. What he said?
Who?
About Schroeder?
Laker Nation. Hey, what's up, Laker Nation?
Oh, S.A., yeah. That's my man. That's Coach Snoop. What's up, baby? Coach Snoop, what's up?
All right.
What do you say, Laker Nation, baby?
So with the players that they have enough weapons to. You're not gonna if you're not gonna want to face if the Lakers make it in, you're not gonna want to face them in the playoffs. I guarantee you that. You're not gonna want to face them if all of them healthy. If LeBron and AD is healthy, you're not gonna want to face them
now, man, because you're gonna be crying later.
Well, yeah,
you're gonna want to face this squad.
I don't see it, but let me see it.
They got more.
That should tell you that's why it's gonna happen, because you can't see it.
They picked up a 7-footer in Mo Bamba to play the post.
7 foot 10 inch wingspan.
I'm telling you're not gonna want to face this team.
What's that got to do with Golden State?
It's not about the stars. It's not always about just the stars. It's about their role players.
Okay.
They have a team.
You think the Lakers got a strong enough role players right now?
Yes. Beasley
Man,
is a point getter.
Look, guys, give us a station break so we can get out of here for the
No,
producer.
we're gonna get out of here, man, and we'll continue this later because this y'all. We'll see. Okay. All I'm gonna say, we'll see.
It's nothing but basketball next week. Football season is over.
Exactly.
So come with your ammunition, because what you talking right now, Vance, don't make sense.
No, what you talk just because you talking about, y'all talking about everybody got potential then. That's what you talking.
No, not everybody. Everybody don't have potential.
Jeremiah, Vance doesn't understand it past the superstars. Okay. Vance doesn't understand basketball past the superstars.
Man, I know about role players.
Certain teams like say the Thunder, if the Thunder made it. You don't want to play them in the first round because you might win the first round series, but you first have to go 5, 6, 7 games to win the series, which is going to make it harder for you later on down the line because you're going to be more tired.
Vance don't know nothing about that, Jeremiah.
All right, man. Y'all don't know what y'all talking about.
There are certain teams
if you come to win, to come to play, then they ain't ready. You gonna get tired. Come on, man. Come on,
man. Vance, if I can win 4 games straight, and the other team goes 7 games, which one would I rather do?
I don't know, because if you go 4 games, you got a long layoff. You got a long layoff. Hey,
it's not that long a layoff because you don't.
No.
And
the other team going to 7 games.
But you gotta understand, Vance. They plan.
Thank you, producer, for taking us on off.
They plan every other day.
Oh, we must be off.
We off.
Oh, okay.
They plan every other day, so it makes a difference. If I have an older team,
Mark, thank you.
If I have an older team, I want to get rid of the team as quick as possible so I can rest them legs.
Okay.
The Lakers got some young talent that's going to make somebody work.
Young talent and inexperience. And I'm telling you, that's what's going to hurt them.
Trust me.
If they get there, they got to get to the playoff game.
Man, I can shoot that theory down right now. I love it when I hear people like you say it takes experience. Do you know that there are players, older players on teams, and those teams lose?
I guarantee you right
you're talking about experience.
I take experience over them rookies now, them younger players.
Again, that's what I just told you. That experienced person you talking about loses. What did the Lakers do last year? They had all the experience in the world.
I guarantee you right now the Denver Nuggets are probably saying, Lord, I hope them Lakers don't get an 8th seed.
I guarantee you.
Get an 8th seed.
I guarantee 8th seed. I guarantee the Denver Nuggets hoping that the Lakers don't get the 8th seed.
I guarantee you.
I bet they'll wear the Lakers.
The Lakers added.
They'll wear the Lakers out.
The Lakers added shooters. They added wing defenders. They added a center that alters or blocks shots.
They added youth, and when it comes down to it, the Warriors, the Phoenix, Clippers.
Phoenix don't have no old team. Phoenix don't have no old team.
Denver. I'm just talking about the teams. I'm not talking about old or young. I'm talking about teams.
Those teams got to play the Lakers.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And the Lakers ain't got a chance against none of them 5.
You're crazy. You're crazy.
You must be tripping.
Who did? Against the team I named.
Each team you just named, the Lakers have a chance against.
They have a chance. It's not no guarantee they're gonna win, but you said they don't have a chance. You saying they don't have a chance.
Now you acting like Phil. Trying to find a way to make you make sense. Jeremiah, come on, stop.
No.
I'm just stating facts. If AD
Vance don't know nothing about
all this is kin off of what Anthony Davis does. If Anthony Davis is Anthony Davis, the Lakers is going to be a force to be reckoned with because they got 3-point shooters and they got young legs that's willing to hustle. Yep.
They got youth that can hustle. Hey, fellas, are we still live?
Why you say that?
Because I just saw S.A. Lakers put up Lakers in 5.
Lakers in 5.
5 what years? Go shoot. Five. What you mean?
I don't know.
Five?
I
Five
don't know
years?
what you're talking about.
You're
Lakers in 5
crazy,
either,
man.
but
Yeah. What are you, Coach? What are you talking about, baby?
yeah,
Man,
we
you crazy. All right, S.A. Lakers, you know what you're talking about.
I don't even know. No, it says Ian Stream on mine.
Oh, it got live in the corner, and
It's got live and it's running.
and people still
And
still
people
commenting.
Oh, okay. No, we ended when we still on live, y'all. We still live, but that's good.
Woo! I'm so glad Jeremiah wasn't cursing.
no, we better be glad Mark wasn't on here.
But you guys, hey, this NBA season gonna be something to see. But your Lakers, man, not if they stay like I'm looking at them
If
right
the
now.
Lakers stay like they are
I'm
now,
looking at them right now.
yeah. If they
Them
stay like
these
they are
guys
now,
right here.
those guys right there, man, Vance, those guys right there.
Hey, Vance, we're still on, dude. We're still
That's
on
cool.
Facebook Live.
Sports Talk on TV, the African American Network. Where we have a local field.
We're still on, going live.
We still rolling, y'all. We just the conversation is too great.
But I'm just saying. I'm just saying you got to look at the totality of things and what the Lakers had. What I can say is Rob Pelinka, before the trade deadline, the people that he brought in, he did a heck of a job. He did a heck of a job for the Lakers and what they brought in. I'm telling you, they're gonna be a force if AD stay healthy. They hoping. Denver's hoping the Lakers don't get that 8th seed.
And if they do, the Denver ain't hoping that. Why are you gonna say Denver hoping? Denver hooping.
There
Okay,
you go.
hold on, Vance.
Man,
Now you hollering about what the Lakers have. What do Denver got? Only one they got is Jokic.
Where is Denver Where is Denver? They 1 or 2 somewhere up there.
They number 1, but that's regular season. You depending on you depending on Porter.
You talking regular season, and you talking about we hope the Lakers get in the 8th spot. Go tune into the Lakers. Yeah, we are. We tuned in. I'm watching them.
Hold on. I'm watching them. You depending on Porter? Is that what you're depending on?
All I know is Denver's hooping. They hooping. They won in the West.
There's a lot of teams that's hooping during the regular season.
Done the last 3 years, man. The last 3 years, Denver been hooping during the regular season.
And they went to the playoffs. They go to the playoffs. They just didn't have their boy
again. They go to the playoffs.
Porter is like AD. I give it to you. Porter, I never thought Porter.
They go to the playoffs.
It's soft. He's soft.
You do not want to play the Lakers if the Lakers make the playoffs. Don't let LeBron's foot get decent.
Lord have mercy. Shut
up. Matter of fact, AD already said, if we get LeBron back healthy, we ain't losing.
AD going to K&G so he can make sure he ready for the Street Codes fashion show.
Okay. Heard it. You got the Nuggets at 1, the Grizzlies at 2, the Kings at 3, the Suns at 4, Clippers at 5, Mavericks at 6, Pelicans at 7, Timberwolves at 8. The Pelicans finna to lose tonight because Zion might be out for the rest of the season.
He another one.
The Warriors, the Jazz is falling off. They was doing good. Now they're falling back. You got the Trailblazers. They don't have enough. They should have traded. They should have traded Jokic at the trade deadline. I would have traded that joke and got me some picks and some players. Jokic ain't doing nothing for him. The Thunder's at 12. The Thunder play hard, but are they really a threat? No. The Lakers can
13?
jump. The Lakers at 13, the Lakers at 13, and they can jump 12, 11, 10, and 9. They can jump that far.
S.A. Lakers says the great thing about the way the league is right now in the West, it's so bunched up that if the Lakers go on a little win streak, they will move up to the middle of the pack.
If the Lakers go 21-4 in these last 25 games, they moving up.
That's just regular season. Come on. Y'all trying so hard just to make it in the regular season to get in position to play. That's crazy. And then you're gonna talk about these young boys gonna be ready for the playoffs. All right.
Vance,
Well,
they
you know
just
what?
now.
If they can go 24 and
Vance,
4,
21-4 with this new crew.
I'll start doing this. There's something to think about.
With this new
Thinking
crew,
emoji.
with this new crew they have
Jeremiah,
after the All-Star break.
Jeremiah, you are hitting your head against that wall just like you're sitting up there trying to tell the Vances and the Stephen A. Smiths. They're already like, I don't care what you say. I don't care what stats say.
You just can't say anything to me. That's what I've been trying to say, folks. You
that's
just
my
can't
whole
say
point.
anything to me. And
That's
just
my
let me say,
whole
okay.
point.
I said,
Vance,
why waste your time
it's
talking?
ridiculous.
Vance.
If they go 24 and 4,
okay,
Jeremiah.
Hold on, Vance. Hold on. After the All-Star break, this is the Lakers' first 5 games after the All-Star break. They got the Warriors, the Mavericks, the Grizzlies, the Thunder, and then the Timberwolves. That's the first 5 games. They can go 4-1 out of that 5.
What? Okay.
Only one I think there'll be a threat right now to them would be the Warriors or the Grizzlies. They can go 4-1 out that 5.
Okay. Remember that. We got that on tape. We have to make sure, Phil, you good for rolling the tape. Remember this conversation right here.
Well, Jeremiah's speaking truth. Jeremiah's speaking truth.
Okay,
but I'm going to lean more to the Grizzlies beating than the Warriors because of Steph's injury.
Like I said, their last games are not very. After the All-Star break, they don't have a real gauntlet of a schedule.
No, they don't. At this present state, the Lakers they're almost middle of the pack. They have the 12th easiest schedule to finish out the season.
Here they got the Warriors, the Mavericks, Grizzlies, Thunder, Timberwolves, Warriors, Grizzlies, Raptors, Knicks,
so they played the hardest part of the schedule
Mavericks,
to the front.
The Magic, Suns, Thunder, Bulls.
LeBron can't play 5 games
Lakers.
in a row.
He won't have to.
Coach told me talking about they going 5-0, and that little streak you just said, Jeremiah.
They could. I'm not.
Every Laker knows what time it is.
They could, but I give it 4. I give it 4-1. But they could.
Okay. We're gonna see, man. We're gonna see. The regular season is the regular season. If they get there, they get there.
Everybody played the regular season, Vance. I don't know if you noticed that or not.
The regular season, but you got to be in the top 8.
But Vance,
the top 10 now for the play-in.
But Vance, me and Phil both. We didn't say that the Lakers was going to win it all. We said what we said was that they're going to be a threat. That people are not going to want to play against them.
You got the greatest player, and you're going to talk about we said they just going to play good enough to be make it to the play-in game.
The Washington Wizards had the greatest player too.
Okay.
Well, I'm glad
he didn't have all these number 1 stats that we just heard.
I'm glad Vance finally said LeBron's the greatest player.
Yeah, I mean that's what you've been shouting. I mean that's what you've been trying to do. Yeah, you've been shouting that the whole.
Yeah, but you don't say what I say. You just said it on your own.
I never believed that ever. Nah, LeBron. Nah, he won't. But anyway.
So in the East, is it Celtics and Celtics only, or do the 76ers and the Bucks have a chance?
The Bucks got a chance.
If everybody's healthy again, if you want y'all keep
going. So now you on if.
I'm just saying. That's
no, you criticize Jeremiah for his if.
I think the East is a 3. I think the East is a 3-team race. I like the Cavs, but I just think the Cavs just don't have enough. I think they need one more experienced player.
Stop! Not experience. Oh Lord, have mercy. Not experience. Bro,
Vance,
they
you got to
young cats. They
Van,
young
Van, Van,
cats.
Vance,
The
Vance,
Lakers. They
Vance. It's
young
the
like
point.
the
It's the
Lakers.
point of looking at the teams, and that they missing. They just missing. But the East is a three
So
team
you
race
saying
between the
well, okay?
76ers, Bucks, and Celtics.
Well, hold on. So Jeremiah, you saying Cleveland's young folks are much less than what the Lakers got?
No, that's not what he's saying.
That's pretty
What
much
he's
what he said.
saying,
That's
no,
pretty much it. Now you come in and
what
twist it up.
he's saying is that the Lakers have LeBron and AD as
We were
their
talking about the young
veteranship.
folks around them. We
As their
specifically targeted
Cleveland does
the
not
young cats
have
around them.
that as their veteranship.
But Vance, when you have LeBron and AD playing at the top of their game, the young people that you have around you is different than when you just have your most experienced player on your team is Donovan Mitchell and Kevin Love.
The purpose of those people is your energy.
That ain't bad. And what's wrong with that?
That's your top. That's your main experienced player on your team is Donovan Mitchell and Kevin Love, and you say that ain't bad?
So it ain't bad. I mean, that's what you got.
Jeremiah, this is what I say. Why waste your time talking to
Davis
Vance?
is in the league.
Jeremiah, why waste your time talking to Vance? Vance has clearly shown you that he's inadequate on basketball knowledge.
No, that's why they got them young cats around them. Y'all just said that the young cats are helping AD and LeBron. What are you talking about?
That's a Laker.
They got no young cats that help Love and the guard. Donovan.
As a Laker, could you please help
Vance? D'Angelo Russell is not no young chicken. Schroeder is not no young chicken. Mo Bamba is not no young chicken.
What kind of experience? I said experience about them cats.
They both have experience. They might not have championship experience.
So you take the Lakers team from last year is what you're saying.
Say what?
You're saying you'll take the Lakers team from last year. No, that's experience.
I was dogging them last year. What are you talking about?
No, but I'm just saying. You're saying that you take the Lakers team from last year because that's experience.
No, I'm not saying
that. Do you understand?
No, you are. Because
they had different problems.
No.
They had a 6-man or what they couldn't buy a basket. Wasn't playing with no cohesiveness. Their problems was
But that was experience.
From the locker room on out.
But that was experience.
To win.
But that was experience.
They was. And then
street
clothes stayed on the bench with the fashion show.
Vance, you look up there and see what SA Lakers trying to let you know.
You know what?
SA Laker tripping because there ain't no Showtime 2.0. he tripping for real.
SA Lakers at home, just like us, enjoying. This like your cup is running over. I'm sure SA Lakers.
His cup is running real over. Showtime 2.0.
I got you.
Coach, see there it is. Yeah, right there. Yeah. That his cup must be running over.
Hey, where Phil heels just to the medium. He gonna feel heels, even overflowed heels.
That's the fourth fill up though. That ain't the first fill up. That ain't the first fill up. No, but crazy man. But anyway, we're gonna see. You'll see.
Okay.
I always prevail.
Okay. We're gonna talk about. We got nothing but basketball left because we ain't talking about XFL and USFL. So we got nothing but basketball.
Boy, we got the Brahmas in San Antonio, boy, and Phil, you know your coach. Played with Pittsburgh. What's the coach? He played for Pittsburgh, wide receiver. Come on,
look, I didn't even know San Antonio had a Brahmas.
They got a Brahmas, man. The Brahmas team.
You talking about Antonio Brown?
No, the good wide receiver.
Woo!
Come on,
depends on how far you want to go back. Dante Stallworth.
Nah, not that
far. They got Terrell Owens.
to have what's my man name? Wide receiver, Pittsburgh, just retired not about 3-4 years ago, maybe.
Oh, Hines Ward.
Hines Ward, yes, Hines.
He the coach.
He the coach. He the coach. Hines Ward.
You
Yes.
sure Hines Ward is the coach? I thought Hines Ward was doing some like general managing type work for one of those kind of organizations.
He's the coach.
Oh, he's coaching?
Yeah, go and get your season tickets and quit tripping. But anyway, Coach Snoop, we'll see, man. We appreciate your participation.
SA Lakers. You know what time it is.
Delusional as these two right here. And we'll
okay, he is the head coach.
Yeah. Delusional Laker fans, but we'll see. We'll see as it comes
hey, at least the USFL will hire a black coach.
That's the Rock. That's the Rock. So the Rock gonna do the thing, man. So but it's all good, y'all. Hey, man, fellas. Hey, we can talk all night.
Those are some good games. Those are some good quality games, too.
Which ones?
The ones that the Rock.
We're gonna see. They start Saturday. They first game was Saturday.
Last season the play was really good.
Okay.
This is the first year for the Rocks group, which is the XFL.
Okay. Well,
you think about the USFL. They started last year. This is their second year.
That one was good play.
Yeah, and the Rock is the XFL. They season started on Saturday. They first games on Saturday.
That was good play. I thought the Rock bought that from them.
No, he bought the XFL. He bought the XFL.
Okay, so he bought the XFL.
Yeah, the Rock. Yeah. Well, let's wrap this up, fellas. But I do want to give a shout out, y'all. The SA Lakers. That's Coach Snoop, man. He's one of the coaches for the Bear.
You know what you're talking about.
He's one of the coaches of the Bear County Panthers, y'all. Baloo Tykes, man, they're going to be their new season. Matter of fact, they start in practice on the February 21st. And I think Coach Snoop is 11-year-olds. Put us up there if you're still with us, Coach, so I can say it, man. So they got last year the 7U squad won everything in San Antonio. Then they went out to Vegas, did their thing out to Vegas. On they 7U, they was playing the 9U. They was up in the 9U section, 9 and 10-year-olds. So these tough little fellas, man. So I just want you guys to come out and support.
13 and up. 13 and up.
13, yeah, that's the coach. He coaches the 13U for the Bear County Panthers. Y'all make sure you guys go to their Facebook page, support them. The donation, kids always need some donations, man. Help for uniforms. And they be clean, though. They be clean. So until then, fellas, hey, Coach Snoop, thanks for coming up. Sedaria and Why Not Me come on? What you doing?
All right.
All the people that came on tonight, Jeremiah, I see you throwing up them Cowboys. I don't know why. But if you guys be safe.
Cowboys.
Again, until next. We'll be back on Tuesday, y'all. Just did it because of Valentine's Day. We out, man. I hope everyone has a good one. Be safe, and we out of here.
Cool. Good thing we ended it. Hold it.